Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour. Welcome back to another Pro 1v1 match. Today we're on a map called Irish Front by MP3 and Relax. Down in the bottom right, we have the Green Beast himself. We ViViD with the China Nuke. All the way up at the top left, we have the blue player with the GLA Vanilla. This is Fargo. So this map, Irish Front, is not the most popular map in the entire world, but I actually do kind of like it. It's different, pretty big, there's plenty of money on it and stuff like that. It's also not too bunkery, whilst also not being too open. You get these famous like 5 crates in the front of your base. It's got like $200 in each. So it's effectively like that map called Mountain Mayhem, where you start with an extra 1,000 in the base. But you've just got to work a little bit harder to get each of the crates. We've got a truck rush here from ViViD straight across the map to what normally is the second supply for the GLA, or the top spot. There is a TNT here for Fargo, but the truck is coming in. The truck turns around. Fargo loses a worker there in the middle. And mines deployed on this one. This supply here from ViViD. ViViD's still microing this truck pretty well. Behind it, ViViD is expanding to another supply. So he's gone for 3 supplies, and then he's going for a Helix. Will be a Gatlix. TNT has hit the truck. Not too much damage done, but it does keep Fargo busy. It keeps the GLA busy and on their toes. Meanwhile, things like the Helix can come out. Shut down any like crazy early aggression there from the GLA, keeping the GLA occupied with the micro. And ViViD has now got himself on 3 supplies with the Gatlix flying around, meaning that this technical that's coming in might not be able to get all so much damage done. TNT does come in, hits the supply, and actually gets the supply. A lot of TNTs inside of there. Fargo bit of GLA Vanilla. Only needed 4 to hit it, but I think bringing 5 there to go for a TNT on the main supply was good. Does need some better targeting here though. Kills himself 1 truck. Gatlix comes in. Pretty sure that technical will die anyway. Probably should have just stayed there and done a little bit more damage to the supply truck. But either way, I think that's an okay start for both players really. But yeah, ViViD is on more money, and with this Gatlix flying around, he controls the map for like the next 60 seconds or so until Fargo can get some quads dotted around. I imagine ViViD's going to drop down a War Factory now, which he does, and then spam a load of Battle Masters, because that gives the GLA 2 things to worry about. Then not only have you got to deal with the Battle Masters, but you've also got to deal with the Gatlix flying around, so you need quads for that. But quads are also very bad against the Battle Masters, so ViViD playing this well. Gatlix ignores the worker in the middle, but the technical runs straight on to a supply there with mines anyway. Don't think Fargo knew about the mines because that TNT from earlier didn't detonate anything. Of course, if he was looking there when it spawned, you can see them like initially flash when they spawn. Don't know if that's a glitch in the game or if you're meant to be able to see that while they take a second to stealth. But here's the problem though for Fargo, because making quads to deal with the Gatlix, but the Battlemaster can literally just deal with 2 of them with relative ease. Of course, RPGs come in to save the day for these quads. Scrap denied there from ViViD. Another TNT from Fargo. He's obsessed with these TNTs. So far we've seen 3. Just brute force over the mines from before. Left the hole, and in the defense there, ViViD. And ViViD has to rebuild it now. But ViViD is on a prop. So Fargo preparing another TNT. It's going to have to really be on one of those 2 things to slow down the Overlords, because once an Overlord and a Lotus comes out, that is going to be insanely difficult for the GLA. So ViViD now moving in with a Flamer and a Battlemaster, another technical coming through. And this could be... oh, gonna say that could have been legendary, because it could have killed both of them 2 things that I mentioned earlier, but it looked like it was just completely empty, that technical. Flamer is keeping Fargo busy, flushes out a bunker, but I'm pretty sure Fargo will just go back inside of that with this RPG. But there is a barracks. Fargo has seen the prop. And the Lotus has already escaped the barracks and now getting the middle oil. So not only is ViViD a supply ahead, but he's also about to be an oil ahead as well. Really the ideal situation that you want to be in as the Nuke. Ooh, Helix. Trying to go for some harassment there. Or maybe that was trying to drop a nuke bomb, but didn't get there in time. I saw a comment on a recent video about why people don't invest in the napalm bomb and the nuke bomb in general. The reason is because it costs like $800. You have to build it, which requires like time, and then it has to like charge itself up like a cooldown on top of the build time, and then it needs to be directly over the target and like kind of adjust itself before it deploys. So often, I don't know why he just didn't kill that Overlord. Why did he not kill that Overlord? Was he just literally going for the dozer hunt, maybe? Don't know why he wouldn't kill that Overlord. Killed the power, which is obviously good to slow ViViD down. But the problem is, he's already got an Overlord and an ECM in his face. But he goes for a Boyka-style TNT. And this Overlord is left insanely low. ECM comes through, but the Overlord is dead. That's a nice target in there, to be fair, from Fargo. Because this is not an easy position to be in as the GLA here. Without a Palace to snipe these Overlords, it is a difficult situation. So I think Fargo has dealt with the situation as best as he possibly can. I think he's actually playing very good. Like, ViViD with these Battlemasters just literally needs to waypoint them around the side of the map, click in the supply line, and it's just so hard for the GLA to deal with just for the cost of $800. If it gets there and then you kill it, then it obviously explodes and there's a load of damage to the workers. If not, just kills all of the workers. But ViViD has queued up a load of Overlords. It's going straight across the map, but Fargo is... It's kind of a base trade situation, isn't it? Because Fargo's going for this main supply. Battlemaster's coming through to put under defense for ViViD, but he is going to lose that supply. Fargo's way ahead in terms of the XP, but that's because of all the buildings he's killed. Also kills them two Battlemasters. But the problem is these Overlords. Now, will Fargo be able to deal with these Overlords? He has weakened them with a TNT. Weakened one at least. If he force fires the ground there, could have had an ECM and maybe even another Overlord. ViViD did not get the subliminal messaging. Another Overlord goes down. So we've already got one weak one here. No speaker tower. That one's got a Gatling cannon on it. Fargo does have himself two oils. He's killed that middle one. Another TNT coming through for Fargo. Evacs. Ooh, what's he gonna do? Does not do anything so far. Yeah, I think ViViD's making a mistake not getting the subliminal messaging because this Overlord army would be healing like twice the normal rate. And that is a mistake from his part. But yeah, it's still a difficult position for Fargo. He's coming in with multiple TNTs now by the looks of it, unless that one was a fake. But yeah, the Nuke can just spam a few Battlemasters, put them on guard. That probably will clear up your base, especially if you're only against quads and RPGs. Looks like the ECM has been taken out, so ViViD is on the retreat now. He is healing, but it is a little bit painfully slow. Palace being built on the bottom left, but if ViViD finds that, it can easily be stopped now. This is ViViD's view.
Lost.
Fargo does have an additional supply here, actually, so he is playing proper GLA style here. Like cockroach kind of style, getting absolutely everywhere. But I think Fargo's making a little bit of a mistake here. Not having enough defense here on this palace. Like, if you had just like one more tunnel here and these buildings occupied, this would be salvageable, I think, this situation. But otherwise, this palace, I'm pretty sure, is going to get stopped. Overlords are coming back. ViViD's re-established himself on a supply. CC is up. Carpet and artillery should be ready. He's level 3. Yeah, it's quite an interesting game so far. Palace now been built at the top by Fargo. So yeah, convinced this is a bit of a mistake here from Fargo. He's not even cancelling it. Yeah, got to watch his cash to see if he gets 2.5k back or not. Yeah, definitely sell this because any XP that the Nuke is getting, like carpet, artillery. I know he's already level 3, but like the extra level of artillery or the mines and all this stuff is so damaging to the GLA. You don't want to let him get a free 4-star. This is a very nice harassment up here from Fargo, and he's even dropping off a worker in a tunnel. He's coming through with another TNT, and he's going for the supply again. Pretty poor there from Fargo, because you would at least have tried to go for the prop. That's the big important thing at the minute, and it only requires 2 TNTs. Nice flamer there from ViViD. ViViD has not built any defense pretty much all game. I'm not sure how many bunkers he's gone inside of either. So he did leave his base open, just relying on that Gatlix in the beginning. But that is coming back to bite him a bit now, because Fargo is literally like kind of nibbling at the sides of ViViD's base. Just here, there, and everywhere, just with tiny little attacks. Just like one technical here. Another TNT. Like, Fargo's TNT mad lately. It's just constant all the way through. Still no subliminal messaging from ViViD, which I'm very surprised about, to be honest. It's like one of the best upgrades in the game outright, but like for the value for money, the $500 to double the heal rate, double the effectiveness of the speaker tower, so worth it. Fargo with another TNT. This one does not work out though, because there is a GAT and a GAT Overlord in this as well, which is easily to shut down the TNTs. Is this the first carpet artillery we've seen of ViViD? I think he's literally just not clicked on it for a while. I feel like ViViD isn't playing 100%. He's still playing solid, but it's not his normal 100%. If that is late, I'm pretty sure it's the first time we've seen it. But he's actually past level 4 now. Fargo does have a palace. He's building a CC at the top. Doesn't really have any supplies going for him at the minute. Does have this oil. Nice TNT there between 2 Battlemasters. Dozer is on the run. ViViD has cleared up this area, so he's back collecting. All comes down to this army, really. Can Fargo deal with it? Now he's got a palace. He can't collect from his main because there's basically no money left. Oh, he does have a Jarman. Is it going to get found and killed? Oh, he's stolen himself an Overlord. The game's going to get interesting now, you know, because both players are not on very much cash. ViViD is still collecting. Fargo, not really. I mean, he's got, what, 1 oil? Yeah, he's got 1 oil, but he's getting the bounty money, and he's got Jarman. ViViD's Overlord here is getting chased by Fargo's Overlord. But, I mean, what's Fargo going to do for cash now? He needs to either get this or this. I think this is probably the safest one. Get a tunnel here, maybe. Maybe you could repair that, put an RPG in it to scare ViViD off in certain situations. Jarman coming in. Even though we know there's no mines there, you still wouldn't risk it at this point in the game when you can't really afford many replacements of Jarman. You don't want to risk just stepping on mines. But that is getting hit. There is a Helix now produced for ViViD. It could be game ending, actually. Because Fargo's main unit is that. Yeah. Well, 1 Bunkerlex is going to wreck it. Bunkerlex is ready. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting game. ViViD wants to expand again here at the south of the map. ViViD is just heading straight into the main base. Okay. Wonder how many quads Fargo has. I think it's 0. He literally has a GAT Overlord, which can take that down and can do damage to it. But you'd probably prefer 3 quads, for example. Okay, Fargo's expanded here. I wonder if that's going to pay for itself. Because it's 3.7k there. And ViViD is on it straight away. So, I wonder how successful that supply is going to be. Here's the mine drop we talked about earlier. That's going to be really annoying because this is... It's not the narrowest choke point, but a mine drop there. Oh, at some point, Fargo is going to go there, you would imagine. It's going to wreck a load of his stuff. Both players quite even in terms of XP. Actually, Fargo ahead, surprisingly. Normally you would expect the Nuke to be ahead. Here comes the bunker licks though, and I don't know if Fargo's Overlord is going to escape. No, it's not. Battlemaster does go down though. There is a worker in the base. Yeah, that's kind of bad for Fargo because that was like the backbone of his whole game now, because what's in his tunnel? Nothing. There's literally 0 in his tunnel. That Overlord was the meaty the meaty force of this game right now. And now he has absolutely nothing inside of his tunnel. And there's 2 Lixers flying around. Still has the Jarman though. But Jarman could just get wrecked here. Ooh, yeah. I think Jarman might get wrecked. If that bunker opens up, then yeah, that's gonna reveal him. Jarman won't be able to snipe that. So Jarman is stuck, man. And there's a tank hunter on the way and 2 more helixes. Yeah, Jarman's dead. Jarman's done. Ooh. Yeah, he's dead because he's gonna get revealed. Yeah, he's gonna get revealed. I don't know if Fargo's just dead. Like, Fargo really needs this supply and this supply. I think maybe that one was a little bit too ambitious. Oh, Fargo's been defeated. Don't know, man. I thought that game was going to go closer. I suppose losing his Overlord, losing his Jarman was the key to the loss there. Yeah, I think ViViD was on 3 supplies for too long. And Fargo, yeah, he kept up with the aggression, and yes, he got to level 3, I think, ahead of ViViD. He went for all these TNTs and stuff, but they're expensive TNTs. You'd probably lose the technical. You're going to lose the 4 TNTs inside of it, or 5. And some of the times they weren't always hitting. There was a lot of failed TNTs on the Overlords as well, although some of them did hit and did actually keep him in the game a bit longer. I think that palace down in the bottom left, without much protection, there was like 1 tunnel, but it wasn't really near it. I think that was a mistake. I don't know if he cancelled it. I wasn't paying attention to that at that point, whether he cancelled it and got the money back. But just look at the efficiency there of ViViD, actually. It's like a, what, 1, 2, 3. It's like a 4-to-1 KD ratio, something like that. But yeah, definitely winnable there for Fargo. ViViD was looking a little bit weak at times, but I think Fargo just needed money in the end. He got carpeted on artillery, even though that was a little bit late. But yeah, that supply in ViViD's base was a little bit too ambitious. Got shut down straight away. Definitely didn't pay for itself. It was a bit of a waste. Should have invested in the supplies, maybe in the middle and over to the far left of the map. But ViViD is very solid. Nuke against GLA is kind of tough. Don't mind playing with the GLA, to be honest. This is a very, very, very strong faction. So yeah, you let me know what you thought down below. GG, well played, and I'll see you in the next one. If you'd like to support the channel whilst also protecting yourself online, consider getting NordVPN using my link in the description. It will hide your IP when playing Zero Out online, either through Avora or Game Ranger, and you won't lose any internet speed. So use my link in the description for a massive discount and a 30-day money-back guarantee.